the San Jacinto Battleground, the place where Texas indisputably became Texas, independent and sovereign, now marked by the tallest monument in America. And what better place to start our exploration than up at the top?
Whew, look at that view. We're hundreds of feet above the San Jacinto battlefield, which gives you the best perspective of the final battle of the Texas Revolution.
It had been a hard few months for the Texans. Since the first shots were fired in Gonzales, the Texans had declared independence at Washington on the Brazos and suffered terrible losses at both the Alamo and Goliad. The powerful Mexican army now marched across Texas, sending settlers running in fear and burning their possessions in what's now known as the Runaway Scrape. However, instead of running to safety in Louisiana, Houston turned his army south to face Santa Anna head-on at San Jacinto. Today, visitors see a battleship, a monument, and a state park. But of course, in April of 1836, none of it was there. The Texan army, numbering 900 men, camped west near Buffalo Bayou. Across the field, less than a mile away, camped the Mexican army, believing they had the Texans cornered. On April 20th, a small skirmish left 2 Texans wounded. And that same evening, 500 additional soldiers under General Cos joined the Mexican camp. Santa Anna, confident the Texans would never strike his superior numbers, put no soldiers on watch. It would be his fatal mistake. At 3:30 in the afternoon on April 21st, obscured by trees and a small hill, the Texan army assembled. With rifles ready, they charged. The unexpected onslaught sent the Mexican army into a panic. The next few minutes were a storm of rifle fire and hand-to-hand combat as Texans overwhelmed the Mexican side, shouting, "Remember the Alamo," and "Remember Goliad." In a mere 18 minutes, the battle was over. 630 Mexicans lay dead, and only 9 Texans, one of the most decisive victories in military history. One battle ended a revolution that had been boiling for years. A people struggling for their independence finally had it. The grounds are covered with markers and stones fixed at locations critical to the battle. You'll find the location of the Texan camps, where Houston and his men awaited Santa Anna's arrival and planned their final attack. Now, Santa Anna himself was captured in the marsh, masquerading as an ordinary soldier. He was brought back to the Texan camp for one of the most famous scenes in Texas history.
So this stone engraving marks the spot where President Santa Anna surrendered to General Sam Houston, putting the final stamp on Texas's independence. Makes you feel very proud standing here.
Now, you can get excited about the battlefield around the monument, but don't get so excited that you miss what's inside the monument itself. It's one of the best museums in Texas, and this is its president, Larry Spozik.
We have at least 16,000 artifacts, and at any one time, we might have 0.3% of those artifacts out. So, of course, we do a lot of rotating. We want new things out for people to see when they come back. We have a ring that Sam Houston's mother gave him when he was a small child. She had one word inscribed on the inside of that ring, and that word was honor. She also gave him a musket and reminded him that while the door to her cottage was always open to brave men, it was eternally shut to cowards.
Wow. And you know, that right there alone tells me why a man like him was willing to lead the charge into the Mexican camp here.
Yes.
From Aztecs to World War II, this museum has so much to see that you could literally come back 100 times. The tales of heroes forever engraved in Texas history, famous battles known throughout the world, and a nation born of struggle, but now blessed beyond measure. This is more than just the Battle of San Jacinto. This is the story of Texas. But it's not just history. It's a very fitting way to honor this hallowed Texas ground.